Get Organized is a whole ecosystem. It's starting off with this plugin, which helps simplify the interface for GitLab. Anyone can use their amazing project management tools. I'll go ahead and give you a tour. This is the designer view toggle, which turns the plugin on and off. If you need to access something that's hidden, you can. Here is the original view, just for comparison. Let's check out an issue. I'll go ahead and toggle the designer view so we can check out the sidebar. So you can see that the tech-related things are hidden. The create merge requests button disappears. Here's the original sidebar on the left. I'll explain these changes. These are the priority labels, which are selected by the user in order to communicate the priority of the task. You can click on the label and it'll automatically switch. You can push F3 to get the more detailed labels if you need. Anything below this line here is called a future label, which means you don't need to worry about it right now and you're just focusing on the current items. So if I select next, it'll go ahead and unassign the assignee because that can be prioritized next because current work is more important. I've edited the participant section for easy assigning. And then if you do need to check out their profile, you can click show and then click on their profile. In the Get Organized workflow, assigning issues back so that way it gets on the person's desk is an essential part of the system. Whenever someone comments something and you receive it back and you want to reply, you can comment and assign back and it'll automatically assign it back to the last person who commented. And I went ahead and added these buttons in the sidebar. That way if the issue is really long, but you had already seen the comment via the dashboard plugin that's available in the ecosystem, an email notification, or some other venue, and you already know what you want to say, you can just reply in the sidebar without having to scroll down. Let's check out the to-dos page. So this is what the activity feed looks like a little bit before, but I redesigned the to-dos page to be more of a organized list by label. At the top of the to-do list, if there's no issues that are labeled in progress, there's a reminder to do so. I'll label this issue in progress and then refresh our to-do list so it's shown as in progress. Let's say myself or a member of my team accidentally assign 2 items in progress. The user will get a notification that this is happening and to only assign 1. And this notification can be seen in the website and then also the dashboard. This is really great for project managers or anyone who needs to keep track of what's going on. You can have a real-time view of what everyone is working on instantly and perhaps reduce the need for meetings. That's version 1.0 so far. Get Organized helps engineers work better together. Whenever I was working at Yahoo, this idea came about due to the fact engineers were working with pull requests and issues, and one design team would look at the pull request rather than wait for the code to be put into the code base and provide edits and adjustments. Every time that the engineer had to communicate that this was happening, the engineer had to copy the pull request over into Jira. And I figured perhaps they could create an issue inside of the same tool that they're already using, making it a little bit easier, and designers can view it inside and provide feedback there. So that way the feedback would all be in one place. This could potentially reduce the need for other project management tools like Jira, Asana, Monday.com. I think Jira does have a place inside of Tech World, but maybe not in task management for designers. And the Get Organized workflow starts to solve the problem of having to read every single item and decide its context. The user can assign a label already, so that way, whenever you're working and you have something in progress, you could determine whether you need to look at that message right now or if it can wait until your next available time block. So for example, if my assistant assigns me this task, they can choose the inbox label, which means get to it whenever you can, and it'll show up on my dashboard as inbox. If they were to assign the needs clarification label, that has a different style, letting me know that this is a potential blocker holding up someone else. So I can choose to stop what I'm doing and answer the question, or make sure to do that first after my current time block is over of whatever is in progress. Once the plugin is available on the Chrome store, you can go to settings, put in your username, RSS feed token, and access token. And if you click on this link, you can find and create those tokens here. It just needs an API read, API access. The first version, 1.0, will be free, and the second version, 1.1, will cost $1 per user per month, which I will immediately release once the first version gets approved. It will include everything that I mentioned in the where is it going. Every 6 months, I will stop where I'm working and make that the free version. The idea is I would like to work for you and improve this tool, create the GitLab templates, create all of your ideas that you have too, and this be my job. So if you go ahead and start to pay for the plugin, you will have access to all of the latest updates immediately. And I will prioritize your edits and suggestions if they align with my vision, or if you would like a custom template for another project management tool or something to that order, you can reach out and I can work for you in that way as well. This will be available whenever it's approved on the Chrome plugin store. I submitted it 2 days ago to incorporate everything that I've learned over the years from getting things done, the one thing, the Dewey Decimal System, deep work, and also some inspirations from my favorite app called Things. I wanted to reduce stress and anxiety and incorporate everything that I've learned from working in the industry into a workflow using existing tools. Number one, this is free. Number two, this workflow really helps to tackle some of the large issues that are at hand with all things that need project management. GitLab and GitHub are essential tools that are not going away, almost as ubiquitous as email. They are the most secure and the most efficient systems that exist because they're built for programmers by a group of very talented engineers. So we can leverage their talent and the security of these systems rather than building something new. And since these systems are not going away anytime soon, they can be a worthwhile investment to shift your project management over to. Where is this plugin going? The next features I'm going to be adding to the 1.1 version, being able to mark items in progress directly from the to-do list. Currently, GitLab has calendar integration, but I'm going to set up calendar integration where it'll automatically add onto a selected calendar, and you can choose the duration and when to start and stop it. I'm going to add a drag and drop functionality so you can change labels via drag and drop. I also drag and drop issues into different projects. I will be working on a version for GitHub as well. And one of the bigger items that I have planned involves the calendar integration, where if a task is currently being worked on and the time is extended, then the other items will automatically be pushed down so you can have an accurate estimate of how you spent your day and when tasks are going to be complete. Basically giving updates about when things are going to get done without giving updates about when things are going to get done. The next feature is conflict checking. So if I have a task and there's a conflict on another calendar, then it'll automatically split the task into two around that conflict or that time block. And then also incorporate boundaries into the conflict checking. So if something goes past 6 p.m., it'll automatically go to the next day and push everything down, essentially creating a live Gantt chart. If you use GitLab and GitHub in any way, if you need a free, very efficient project management system, or if you're tired for paying for Asana, Jira, Monday.com, Trello, or similar tools, and if you work in tech and want the solution of one of tech's biggest problems, communication between the design and engineering department. My name is Luke. I've been working as a production designer for over 22 years in both the tech and advertising industries. Companies like Airbnb, Yahoo, Airtable, Apple, Instagram, Messenger, freelanced for T-Mobile, Delta Dental, Cigna, Aon. Long story long, I've worked with a lot of people and absorbed their knowledge and workflows. I have a YouTube channel called The Productivity Shop where I share everything that I know, and I'm passionate about organization and helping people work more efficiently. Thanks so much for watching, and let's get organized. Woo!